I hope you still remember that we said when you finish mixing the lye solution and the oils at those right temperatures and stirring them until they thicken, what you already have is now something that can safely be called a soap. But after this, you have to pour the soap into the mold in order to get the preferred shape. So once you pour it into your prepared mold, you can then tap the mold gently on the counter in order to remove any air, remove the air pockets, because they may make the soap look big, but find out there are so many hollow pockets inside, and it's not going to be of the correct size that you might actually have had in mind when you were making it. And it's actually a problem when you have to sell it, because the customers might come back and allege that you have been cheating them. So after this, you go through a process called insulation, where you have to let it set. So this is basically about covering the mold with a lid or a piece of cardboard, and then wrapping it in a towel to insulate it, to protect it from outside elements. You then let that soap sit undisturbed for 24 to 48 hours. After that, it is going to be hard. It is going to be a solid item, one that you can be able to use in your personal hygiene and other purposes for which we need a soap. But before that, obviously, in order to make sure that it is of the right shape and to maintain the quality, you have to and then cut it into bars using a knife or a soap cutter. And there are so many suppliers who can help you get these too, especially if you want to package it and to be able to sell it to others. It is important to observe this step. After this, you also need to cure the soap to make sure that it hardens well, and all the ingredients that you have used are going to perfectly blend in and settle. You have to place the soap bars in a well ventilated area and let them cure for 4 to 6 weeks. And this allows the soap to fully dry and harden, and the lye to neutralize. Otherwise, the lye might still be in a dangerous position before it dries up. It might, especially if you are going to use the soap for bathing, or if it is going to go into contact with the skin. So you just need to make sure that you let it untouched or undisturbed for these 4 to 6 weeks, to make sure that the product that you are going to get is going to be perfectly fine and functioning well. After this, obviously, this is the end stage. You can package the soap and then test it and use it. You have to test the soap's pH levels to ensure that it is safe to use. Remember, the pH scale tests the acidity or the alkalinity of a substance. So the soap should have a pH that is between 7 and 10, which means there wouldn't be too much acids there. There wouldn't be too much alkalines that might end up harming either your fabrics or even your skin. So you can then package into your preferred wrappings for sale or use on various purposes in your life. In short, ladies and gentlemen, that is the process of manufacturing soaps. And I hope at this stage you are now ready to answer the quiz questions that are going to come up at the end, so that we can know how far you learned in this course, and if you are going to be able to remember what you have learned and be able to repeat these stages in your business or at home in order to come up with a soap that you can use for various purposes. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Our